Now, it's the Scam of the Week.
I'm Tommy Lee, and this is the Scam of the Week with the Better Business Bureau's Rick Walz joining us. Hello, Rick. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Tommy. How about yourself?
Not too bad, thank you. We're going to talk about scammers this week that are taking advantage of FEMA's newest COVID program. COVID-19, of course, devastating a lot of families. And in the wake of grief, a number of government-funded programs have been created to offer some relief to those who've been most impacted by the pandemic, which, of course, means scammers coming along to try and take advantage of them.
Boy, it sure does, Tommy. No matter what is going on out there, the scammers are always looking for ways to get money from people, and it's something that occupies a lot of our time. But you know, a real government relief program directed by the FEMA, or the Federal Emergency Management Program, will pay up to $9,000 for COVID-related funeral expenses that were incurred since January 20th of 2020. But even before the new program was announced, FEMA said it had reports of scammers contacting people and offered to register them for assistance. So the con artists use various, methods. They'll contact the unwitting victims via unsolicited text, email, or phone call. And in some cases, scammers also approach them via social media and begin asking them for personal information.
Now, of course, this scam can be used to steal personal information such as social security numbers, or it can be used to just scam grieving family members out of money, which is just despicable. In a number of instances, the scammers are either hacking the social media accounts of victims' contacts, or they're creating separate look-alike profiles by stealing photos and personal information, which is, of course, something we've seen in other scams before.
Yeah, Tommy, like I said, you and I have talked many times, and there's, like I said, just new twist to the scams all the time. But what BBB recommends is that to help any potential victims avoid these scams is, first of all, FEMA nor virtually any federal agency will contact you via phone unless you've called them or you've applied for assistance.
Right.
So anyone who contacts you out of the blue, claiming to be a federal employee or a FEMA employee, is most likely a scammer. And the government won't ask you to pay anything to get financial help. Government programs do not require prepayment, shipping or handling, or other fees associated with any grant or assistance. So, we suggest being wary of your so-called friends online. Your friends or family members may have impeccable judgment in real life, but online, email messages, social posts, direct messages could be from a hacked or impersonated account. Another thing is, don't trust your caller ID. Your caller ID may say FEMA or some federal agency, but the internet's made it very easy for scammers to spoof legitimate phone IDs of federal or other regulatory agencies. So don't believe what you see. And also, as we kind of already touched on, protect your social security number. Don't share your deceased or your own personal information, including social security numbers, Medicare numbers, insurance numbers, bank accounts, with anyone, unless there's a good reason and you're sure who you're talking to. Now, if you aren't sure if a caller claimed to be from FEMA or some federal agency is legitimate, just hang up. You can always go online and check the actual number and call them back. And if you feel like you've been scammed, report it to the FEMA helpline in the case of FEMA, and that's 800-621-3362. or the National Center for Fraud hotline at 866-720-5721. So survivors of someone who's died of COVID can also apply for benefits by contacting FEMA at 844-684-6333.
And as we say every week, if you spot any scam, whether you've lost money or not, you should report it to the BBB Scam Tracker. Easy to do that online at bbb.org/scam tracker so that you can help protect the next guy. And you should also do it with the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, your partner there at BBB, at reportfraud.ftc.gov, because as we always say, your story can help other consumers avoid similar scams.
No doubt about it, Tommy. You've been talking to us for so long. I think you know the stuff as well as we do.
Rick Walz from the Better Business Bureau, we really appreciate it as always, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Tommy. Look forward to it.
Podcasts by Federated Media. Podcasts by Federated Media.